joining us. The as I call them, the crazy McCalls.
Oh, it's us.
Hey,
can you hear us?
I can hear y'all.
Hi.
Hey. I just sat down and I was like, well, we got a little time to hang out.
We thought it was 11:55.
It was. We're running a little ahead of schedule, but hello.
We also thought it was a phone call. That's
Yes,
how
we
non-techie we are. I'm like, Susie goes, well, I guess they just call us. And I'm like, hello, Summit, hello. That's how bad we are.
So, look, I wasn't going to shower or anything because I was like, who cares? Nobody's going to see me.
Hello.
Hey, y'all know I don't do anything on the phone. Everything is video with me.
I love it.
Hey,
We're
fantastic.
We're trying to get that way, but if you watch our last Google Hangout, you'll see why we should not be in charge of it ever.
That's right.
Y'all need a producer.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
I think you should train one of the kids to do that.
That's exactly right.
Well, they would know better than we do.
Usually that's where we end up.
They're not charging us for their services, though.
They really are.
Oh, well, you know, you guys are rolling in the bucks now. It's okay. They can. They can.
Fair enough.
Well, they're little entrepreneurs. We kind of like it.
Yeah.
They're 5 and 7 years away from being able to be ambassadors, our 2 little ones. So
Yeah.
they got to do something sometime.
That's right.
Yeah.
Got to be some kind of little entrepreneur going on there.
That's
Okay,
right.
so let's get into this.
Okay.
While we had y'all here, tell me how you found out about Plexus. Let's start there. Who introduced you, or how you found out about it, or saw it, or whatever for the first time?
Okay, well, when we first moved to this house, we bought one with a really extra big size garage because we wanted to put some inventory in it. And so we had heard about Plexus, right? That's not what happened?
That is not what happened.
No?
Beep.
Okay.
Okay, that's not it.
What happened?
Okay, so this
Thank
is
you.
Yeah, this is what really happened. I had seen a couple people post on Facebook about, can I click on us and make a, oh, there. Hey. Okay. I just clicked us, so now you're in the little box down there.
Okay.
So I had seen a couple friends on Facebook posting about getting off their Dr. Pepper habit, and it got my interest because I didn't need to lose any weight. I teach fitness classes, I ate healthy, but I will tell you, all the people out there that are like, can't they just eat healthy and exercise and lose weight? Because I hear it a lot. I, at one point in my life, thought that too. Everybody should just eat healthy and exercise. I will tell him that.
Right.
What I learned was sometimes we have things in our body that happen that make that hard to do. One of which is your blood sugar being crazy. And mine apparently was, because I was craving candy and Diet Dr. Pepper. A lot of it. I was eating candy all day long. And at some point, it got out of control where I really thought, I think I'm pre-diabetic, because both my grandpas were, I had both type 2 grandpas. One was skinny and one was heavy. And so in my head, I'm like, I guess I'm going to be a diabetic.
Yeah.
And so, because I was eating all this candy. So anyways, I saw friends post about it. Daniel Bookout comes on and posts about it. I had just said to Chris, like a minute before this, I said, you just watch. There's going to be something to this Plexus thing. I always like to get that in there because I was right. I like to be right, and I'm pretty much always right. So now after 22 years of marriage, he finally understands this. But anyway, so I go, there's something to this Plexus thing. I get up, I look at the computer, and Daniel Bookout has posted, oh my gosh, I love Plexus. I've been drinking this pink drink. I'm walking. And so I tell Chris that, and he goes, Daniel Bookout's doing Plexus? Sign me up. And I'm like,
yep.
What? Because you have to know, for 22 years of marriage, or at that point, 21 years of marriage, we got married when we were 10, by the way.
Yeah.
22
It was
years
an
of
arranged marriage.
Yeah, yeah.
Very awkward.
But he never wanted anything to do with health. Nothing. And so, like, all of a sudden, he's saying, yeah, sign me up. And I'm like, what? So why were you interested, honey?
I wanted to get skinny. I was fat. And so I started, like, losing weight like crazy. And I had tried everything and failed. That's the thing.
But really, before you started losing weight, before he started losing weight, there was something else. You started feeling...
Tell me what I was feeling.
Energetic.
Oh, I started feeling energetic. I didn't know.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you've been married 22 years, your spouse will tell you what you're feeling. I remember now
Yeah, I have to tell him
that what happened was I started feeling energy, so I started having the desire to do things that I had never done. Is that what
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So I saw it, like, after the first few days of Plexus, like his little pink drink in the morning, he's like getting up and he's jogging, and I'm like, oh, who is this?
Right.
And I was happy. Besides the fact that I haven't had Diet Dr. Pepper since day 2 of the pink drink, which is crazy because I tried for 4 years on and off. Like I would try everything to not have it and I would always fail. So that's why I have total empathy for the people that try everything and fail as far as losing weight goes.
Here's another thing too that Susie and I figured out.
Yeah.
A lot of people, it's not that maybe they have the desire to exercise, but physically they can't. In other words, they may have pain and they may have like things that cause them not to be able to. It's not laziness. And,
right.
And even me, when I started Plexus, I knew instantly it was a game changer. And what I mean is it empowered me over food. I was like a carb sugar junkie. When we would go eat Mexican food, my whole thought process was finding the waiter that had tennis shoes on because I was going to be making him race to get me chips and more tortillas. So what I really decided to do was when I had Plexus, it was like I started making nutritious decisions instead of hungry decisions. And that's how I describe what Plexus did for me. I mean, it was, when I say it was a game changer, I thought, oh, this is what it feels like to be like in, well, balance, right?
Right, yeah,
okay.
balance.
So,
that's a good word.
Yeah,
that
is a good word. So we didn't really get started for the big garage.
No.
But another reason we did get started was because, see, Susie loves sales.
Oh, yeah.
She had won lots of awards for her selling abilities, right?
I am a great salesperson.
Right?
No.
Okay. That's not right? That's not it
not
either?
right. I
Okay.
am not a good salesperson.
She's not.
Let me just tell you.
And you're shy. Wait. Y'all are shy too, right?
Oh, shy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not shy, but I'm not a salesperson. Like, even the thought of people thinking I'm trying to make money off of them makes
Her pits get sweaty.
Sweat. Like, I hate it. Chris is a salesperson. And so it was actually harder for him in the beginning with Plexus. When he's telling people about it, people thought you were.
Well, they thought I was just selling them the next thing.
Right.
In other words, I had sold mortgages, and so, like, mortgages are a blast to sell too, by the way. But I had never been passionate about something.
Right.
Ever. I mean, like, I sold because I wanted to feed my family, not because I was trying to help people. And so, like, when we tell you that we are passionate, our whole goal is what motivates us is helping and improve people's lives.
Right.
That's it. And that's what you have to be successful.
Yeah. And so for me, Plexus has never been about selling. I literally feel bad if I do not tell people about Plexus, because I know there's a very strong possibility, probably like 99%, that they know somebody, if it's not themselves, they know somebody that they love and care about, that one of our products will change their lives, whether it's losing weight, whether it's gaining energy, sleeping at night.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, sleeping at night is a huge one. Migraine, headaches, and I'm not saying our products heal or cure anything. Let me get that out there. But if your body is in balance, a lot of things seem to get a lot better.
Hey, are we hogging this whole conversation?
No, I will stop you. I will stop you when
I feel like we have.
You did not.
Huh?
You did not ever say how much weight you had lost, Chris.
Oh, I lost. See, you were talking so much. I thought that maybe you were hogging it. She was hogging it. Hey, I lost 30 pounds in less than 90 days. Part of my story that a lot of people don't know is I've been on high blood pressure medicine for most of my life. I mean, since I was 17 years old. I had a stroke when I was like 17. My blood pressure when I showed up at the hospital was 274 over 173. Literally, I was dying.
Because he had a tumor on his adrenal gland to his heart.
Yeah, so
this is funny. Every time I say this is funny, people look at me like, no, it's not. But this is funny. He was the class clown in high school, and so this happened when he was sitting in class. He actually went blind in class.
Totally blind.
And said to the teacher,
"Hey, I'm blind."
And they didn't believe it.
No. We were happy to be taking a test, and she said, "Sit back down and take your test, McColl." And I was like, "Wow, that's awesome."
Yeah, and he really had gone blind. What was your blood
here,
pressure when you showed up to the hospital?
When I was at the hospital, it was 274 over 173. So what most people don't know, but I wasn't overweight. So, like, I was an athlete in high school. I was an athlete in college. But I had high blood pressure. And so suddenly, like, my blood pressure after being on Plexus, it started coming down. And my doctor says, "Hey, you don't come in and let's take a look at this." So we cut my medicine in half, and he said, "Come back in 30 days, have the nurse take your blood pressure, and I'll call you if we need to adjust it." I come in, she takes it, I walk back out, and she says, I get a phone call, and he says, "Hey, you don't need to be on blood pressure medicine anymore. And by the way, bring me the copy of those pink drink that you were asking me about earlier." So we knew, like, right then, when we started to get involved with Plexus, it was for weight loss. That's why I started. These other benefits that have happened, all came as like a side effect to what we originally started for. Susie did quit her Diet Dr. Pepper habit.
Yes, I did.
I did lose 36 pounds. But now we realized real quickly that Plexus was changing the entire wellness industry.
Can I tell my other benefits?
Yes.
And real quick, he also got off of Prilosec, which he had been on forever. I don't even know. Like, he would walk around with Tums and Rolaids in his pocket at all times.
Yep.
They were in the cabinets, always. All of a sudden, like day 4 or 5, he's like, I don't even need that anymore. And so he quit his Prilosec. He also was able to go off his sleeping medication, which was huge because, as most people that are on sleeping medication knows, he would take it, he would go to sleep, and he'd
knock me out.
Yeah, and he'd wake up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Toss and turn all night.
Yeah, and then wake up, and then be so tired by 6 o'clock in the morning. And everybody we talk to that's on sleeping med says the same thing. Yep. And if you read the back
quality of sleep.
Yeah, if you read the side effects on the sleeping medications, one of them is insomnia. You gotta love that.
Yeah.
So, anyways, okay, but here's what I found for me. Like day 5. I had heel pain from plantar fasciitis for like a year. I was like, I couldn't even get out of bed I couldn't put any weight on my heel. If anybody out there that's ever suffered from this, it's major pain.
I have it.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So, and I walked around because I love running. I love teaching my boot camp, and this heel pain was really, really causing me issues. Chris is trying to fix our lighting.
Oh, it did.
So I literally walked around. I wish I had it with a stick that you roll your calf out with. I walked around with it all day long and rolled my calf out all day long. I had done everything. I bought expensive shoes. I bought inserts, everything.
Everything.
Day 5, I told Chris, and remember, all we know about Plexus is that hopefully he'll lose weight and I'm going to go off Diet Dr. Pepper. We knew nothing else. So I go, I think my heel pain is getting better. And he mocked me and said,
that sounds witch doctory. Don't tell anybody that.
Yeah. And so I said, I go, well, I'm not doing anything different. And then a week goes by, so 2 weeks in, my heel pain's like 65% better. Now it's so much better that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm telling everybody, Plexus, this stuff is awesome. And he once again was like, I believe you, because now he's like already believing the power of the pink. And he goes, still don't tell anybody that sounds witch doctor.
Right.
So, of course, I was telling everybody. So that one, my heel pain was completely gone by 1 month in, has been this whole time. What else? Oh, this is big. So I was a little OCD pre-Plexus, a little bit. And so, which now my friends just joke that now I'm just PCD, Plexus.
Yeah.
So I would like do weird things like line up. I had sweet tarts every single night. When I started Plexus, I was not giving up the sweet tarts. That was my non-negotiable. I was going to give up the bottle caps, the gobstoppers, and the Snickers or whatever, Milky Ways, but not my sweet tarts, because that was my every night, count out 26 in color order, eat each one in 4 pieces, and I haven't had one since the first day, which is insane. So I started finding out all about the overgrowth of yeast in the body. If you don't know about that, we have a ProBio 5, holy moly. Everybody should be on that. So my OCD, like, I wouldn't say it's completely gone, but 99% gone. I'm still a little, but now it's Plexus. Okay, there we go.
Okay, if everybody wants to run to the bathroom, and during the intermission, Susie's going to start going again here in just a second. So we'll just wait for you to come back.
He's so rude.
When she was 10, tell us about when you skinned your knee on the big wheel.
I scheduled the most amount of time for you guys because I told everybody I don't know if I can control them or not, so we're just going to go with it.
She knows I'm messing with her. I love her.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
We'll
So let me ask you this. You went into it to lose some weight and to kick your Dr. Pepper habit. What was the light bulb moment that you decided to do it as a business?
This is a great part. Can I tell this part?
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay. Remember that we were not intending, we were living life comfortably a fishing business. We weren't trying to, I had made a lot of money in the mortgage business, and we'd gone broke in the mortgage business. When it crashed, I think we personally crashed the entire industry. But so when we got to the fishing business, it was like we decided I wasn't chasing like dollar. I was chasing quality of life. We were chasing like family time and realized you just kind of put things in perspective. So I tell you that because this is important. When we set out with Plexus, we were simply doing it because we were having success with the products. We had opened it up to other people that we knew, loved, and cared about, and they had success on the products. But there was no strategy to trying to create business or income.
No.
None. So Susie starts catching emails that, and people would ask us, well, what did you do? You know, or how should we get it? And we told them to do what we did. We signed up for the discount. We were both going to take the product.
$34.95.
It was going to save us money. So I said, I'm a numbers guy. And I told Susie, I go, well, just sign up, duh. Yeah. And so we did. Well, Susie's getting emails left and right. And she says to me, I think we're making money. And I looked at her and I laughed and I said, look, nobody ever makes any money at these things, so let's not even be concerned about that. Let's focus on what we're doing, blah, 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 blah.
I think he was jogging past me.
Right.
I'm getting skinny. We're not going to make any money. Ha, ha, ha.
I'm passionate about the product. So we're standing at our mailbox, and this is that moment when you asked me, you said, what decided? We're standing at the mailbox, and Plexus had sent us a check, and I rip open the check, and I look down into it, and I looked over at Susie, and I go, oh, my gosh, I think we've done something illegal. And Susie looks at me and she's like, what do you mean? I go, oh, I think we're in a scheme.
Yeah, I was like, we are the scheme.
And I like it. I like the scheme. And so, like, I realized real quick, so I called my attorney buddy and I said, hey, this Plexus company has sent me, like, real money. What's up? I need you to look into this company and see what I've done. He calls me back like 2 hours later and he says, oh, my gosh. He says, you guys have stumbled onto that deal. I go, what do you mean that deal? He goes, the company is legit as legit. It's exploding with growth. They've got picked up by Morgan Stanley as a client recently. He says, oh, sign me up. And by the way, I need to lose 25 pounds. And so, like, right then, when you asked the moment, what happened, that was the moment when I looked at Susie and I go, we feel like we won the lottery. I mean, here we get like this product.
We still feel that way.
Yeah, we get to go. We get like the best of both worlds. We get to teach people how to improve their health. And then in return, now this is the truth, Susie would not tell people about the financial opportunity for about 5 months. 5 months.
Probably still wouldn't be.
She wouldn't, because she did not want to cheapen what was happening with the product. She didn't want to say to you, oh, here, take these products because I'm going to make some money.
Yeah.
She didn't want to be passionate about the products. So we knew right then it was both. So I started doing what?
Oh, he started tagging me in all these financial posts. I was so mad.
Right.
Like, quit doing that.
Right. And so, like, we have a team up in Nebraska, and we'll never forget it. Like, in the very beginning, we had gone up there, and this lady comes walking up, and she says, you know, I'm a single mom. I've got X amount of kids. I used to rely upon my son to help me get through the month to pay the bills.
19-year-old son.
She says, I paid I think she said mortgage and something.
Her mortgage and half her
car payment. And she says, and that's all because of Plexus. And I looked at Susie and I go, see?
And she was teary, and it made me teary.
Yeah, like we were teary. I was teary.
And oh, by the way, she had lost like 25 pounds.
Oh, yeah, and that's a bonus. Yeah. And so, like, we're sitting there going, oh, okay, so part of this blessing of this whole thing, because we know this has all been the Lord, by the way. If you haven't done that,
the Lord.
It's almost like a sick joke. He, like, just goes, pow, and, like, put us in the direct sales business where we wanted to go on across the street to learn about a direct sales company. Yeah. Now we're out like screaming with megaphones to anybody that will listen that we found a better way, right?
And I had prayed for years and years and years for him to get healthy. That was like my biggest prayer. And I had actually, you know, when you like kind of like just give up at some point, you're like, okay, God, you know, he's a great husband and a great dad. And if he's just going to be like overweight and lazy, a little bit lazy, sorry.
I'm acting it out.
You know, that's okay. I mean, yeah. And so I had really just kind of given up because I had prayed for it for so long. And then also the funny, here's where God's really funny. The other part of that was I also prayed for that we would be debt free. We had done the Dave Ramsey stuff, and
there's not enough envelopes. Yeah, I don't have any more cash, Dave.
Our kids want to freaking eat. That's an emergency. We're breaking the frame.
You
know how I said, put your $1,000 in a frame, and so you have to break it to get the money out.
Glass everywhere. The children were being cut.
So, because the truth of the matter is, when you have 4 kids and they need braces and they want to play baseball and they want to do all this stuff, you make it happen. I mean, you just do. So that was the second part. The part I prayed all the time was for financial freedom, and got delivered with this little pink drink. I'm drinking it right now, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
Both answers to the prayers that I had prayed for a long time, and kind of just given up on both of them because I thought, well, this is just the American life. We're just going to have debt, and we always make it work. We always make it happen, you know. So it's insane, and it's all God. Total.
No question about it. Okay. No question about it.
Did we answer the question?
I don't know. What was the question?
Was there a question?
Oh,
I don't know.
I know what the question was.
What was it?
Our light bulb moment about a business.
Oh, yeah.
That was it.
did
Yeah,
answer.
so that was it. That's when we decided at that moment.
Can I add a part 2 to that real quick? Okay, so my light bulb moment, take out the, first of all, I just want anybody that's watching that is a skeptic about this whole thing.
Yes, me.
Here's Mr. Skeptic right here.
The ultimate.
Like, even after we ordered it, he's online making fun of, on Facebook, making fun of Danielle, saying, you know, I'm going to drink this, and what'd you say?
I said, my wife says I'm going to drink this pink stuff, and it's going to transform me.
Yeah.
I said, I look at it, and I'm poofing out my cheeks, and I'm like, look how broke I am. I can't wait for the pink stuff to get here.
Yeah.
And then like an hour later, I post a before and after picture, and I'm going, I'm skinny, and look how rich I am, suckers. Right? Remember? That was so awesome.
Funny. And like in the comments on that, I'm on there and I'm like,
sorry,
we're gonna go to a convention and we're gonna drive a Plexus Lexus to get there. Okay,
never seen a compensation plan.
We didn't even know there was a Plexus Lexus.
No.
No clue. It took like another couple months, and when I found out there was a Plexus Lexus, I told Chris, "Holy crap, there's really
Plexus Lexus.
A Plexus Lexus."
And
then fast forward to last May, we're driving to convention in our Plexus Lexus, and we're like, we love this.
Yeah.
This is awesome. So we were the skeptics about anything direct sales. I have to say that.
Have we personally ruined the entire summit?
No, you guys are great.
Okay.
You're answering my questions. That's all I can ask.
Okay.
I love the stories. Y'all are larger than life. You just, you know, we were talking with the last interview about people that are like, you know, oh, I don't want to say anything until, you know, I have my story, and, you know, that may take a while. So you guys are out there.
Yeah,
Tell whatever.
Yeah. We're not shy.
No, you're not shy.
Hey, let me tell you a quick story since we're talking about shyness. The coolest part about what Plexus provides is it's for anybody. You do not have to be jumpy, wild, crazy, loud. Susie's a non-sales person. We have people that are literally very introverted, and they're super successful with Plexus because, you know, and I bring this up because you talked about how kind of out there we are. It's not what makes this Plexus tick. You do not have to be something that you're not.
Right.
What you have with Plexus is you have a lot of passionate people who are passionate about products that are transforming people's lives.
Right.
And so if you can adopt who you are, and you can be an introvert, you can be quiet. I know diamond ambassadors that'll sit here and tell you that they are very quiet natured. They're not outgoing. They're not jumpy, crazy.
The idea of speaking in public terrifies
drives them nuts.
Yeah.
You don't have to do all that stuff to be successful with this business. What you have to be is a loving, caring person who cares about other people. And if you have that, the products, I hate to use the word sell themselves, because really what you're doing is you're sharing these products with other people. But again, when you bring that up, it makes me think that I hate for people to think that because we're a little bit goofball-y, that you have to be nuts and crazy. You know, you don't have to be successful.
But the products do sell themselves.
Right. I mean, oh yeah. And I mean, hey, here's a funny story. I like to tell the story when I tell you it's about for anybody. And if you're out there listening, I love you. Love you. We were at convention last year, and they said all the emeralds come up on stage. And an emerald ambassador, if you're new and you don't know nothing about it, you know, they're.
Uh-oh. You froze.
And here comes down the aisle. I can see this, like, here comes this pink mohawk, right? And I see it, and it's like bobbing and weaving through the crowd, and I'm thinking, is the pink mohawk lady lost or calling the emeralds up on stage? And then I start to see some random piercings, and I'm thinking, oh, this lady, I've been telling our team that anybody can do this, and I'm a nice person, so I'm not saying this mean. If you're listening, I love you. And here she comes, and she's blazing up on stage. And what she knows that nobody else did is that anybody can do this if you have a caring, loving heart. So she's probably the nicest, sweetest, most loving, pink mohawked,
and confident,
pierced lady. And I'm watching her and I'm thinking, see, the only thing you have to have is a desire to help other people, and you can do it. So boom. Yeah. I didn't mean to go off on that, but pink mohawk lady inspired me.
I mean, we have the gamut. We've got Jordan Reynolds was on earlier.
Yeah.
We've known Jordan since she was 8 years old. So the fact that she's now senior ruby and almost emerald at the age of 20 is awesome.
It's so awesome.
And she's not an outgoing person either, but what she does is she shares the products and cares about people's health and helps them with the products.
Hey, her dad called me, and since she was already on, I can say this. Her dad called me one time and said, hey, Chris, should Jordan quit college? And I was like, well, yeah, duh. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
But I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I know, Jordan, you're going to open your gym. I'm so pumped.
Yeah, she's awesome. But we have Jordan, and then we've got people that are, 70 years old that are now supplementing their retirement by, sharing Plexus because they've had results with the products. And
they know people that have.
We have full-time working Missy Rust. She's a full-time working almost Emerald right now. We have stay-at-home moms. We have disabled guys working for, it's amazing.
It's for anybody that wants it. It takes work, but if you'll put forth the work, it'll change your financial future forever.
But
I can say that.
The work is helping people with the product. So,
let's clarify that. Work for us is not work.
Right.
It is not a physical labor. It is, it's fun. It is loving. It is.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
People.
It's so cool. Yeah. I mean, who knew, right?
And you can work from anywhere if you have your phone. That's one of my favorite things. I'm like, my kids will be talking to me. I'm like, hang on, I got to answer this question while we're on our way to the water park. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, a lot of people ask us, they'll say, why doesn't Plexus, if it's such great products, why don't they just sell it on the shelf up at CVS and Walgreens? And so I asked Alec and Tarl, if you're watching, what's up? And their exact words to me were,
Alec and Charles are the
coolest
CEO and the CMO.
Oh yeah. They're like,
I said that wrong. CMO and
right.
CEO. Yeah.
I just call them super cool dudes. But so they literally, if you've ever gone, I took a picture one time of what that aisle looks like on that inside CVS of the wellness aisle. I dare you to go there today and look at it. It's the most cluttered, filled, lost world, and I'm looking at all this crapola, and hey, there may be good stuff in there. What's happening?
This is what Chris likes to do on Google Hangouts. Is put things right in front of my face
I
the
know
whole time,
it.
so I'm doing.
So, but the reason they chose the network marketing platform was because they wanted a personal testimony to go with the products to tell people that our stuff works. And so that changed everything. Like you cannot run an ad at the halftime of the Super Bowl and say, go get you some Plexus. We would tell everybody about Plexus if we didn't make a dime, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
and
so
I have something to add to that.
Yeah.
So when you said light bulb moments, one of my light bulb moments that I like to share was probably about a month into it. Well, it was longer than that. It was into September. My friend Missy Rust, who she did a Google Hangout with us the other night, so you could actually go watch her Pleximony. She messaged, first of all, she ordered from my website a trial pack because she was hoping I wouldn't even know she ordered.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because she'll tell you she had failed before at losing weight, and she didn't really want anybody to know that she was trying. So when I messaged her, I was like, so you ordered a trial pack? She was like, dang, she knows, So, but I reached out to her a couple weeks after she had started the products, and I was like, hey, how are things going? And what she wrote back to me that day, she had lost some weight, yes, but how she was feeling, happy and energetic, it has literally transformed her. She says, she'll tell you now, she didn't know how depressed she was. She doesn't have pictures of herself with her kids while her kids are growing up because she didn't want to be in the pictures with her kids. So it has transformed her. But she sent me a message this one day basically saying that and thanking me for sharing the products on Facebook. And it was this light bulb moment for me that I didn't care if some people got annoyed with me for posting on Facebook, because I have heard that. I didn't care at all, because if I helped one person get their life back and have this, this change like Chris was having and Missy was having, and even myself from not being a slave to my OCD things and the plantar fasciitis pain, if I could help one person, then the people that wanted to be negative and rain on our parade, whatever, they could just do their own thing.
Throat punch.
Yeah. So that was a light bulb moment for me that day.
Have we personally ruined the summit yet?
Not yet. Are you trying hard to ruin it? Because I
feel like we're hogging everything. Are we hogging?
Not hogging. No,
okay.
No, not hogging. Let me ask you this, because you're talking. I do get distracted. I didn't know I had ADD until y'all come on, and it's like.
Oh yeah.
It's called PD.
Yeah.
Plexus deficit disorder.
Oh gracious. When we had a question earlier, so let me ask it to you guys because you seem like you can talk to just about anybody.
Right.
When you are, walking up to a perfect stranger at Walmart or wherever it is, how do you start a conversation with them?
What a great question. What we like to do is trap them. No.
I was waiting.
No, I know. Really, what we're doing when we're doing that is we're trying to bridge the gap. So if we ask somebody if they would, like, here's a common question, and I'm going to give you just a little tip. If you'll approach somebody with just a touch of the business side, you won't offend them by suggesting. Let me explain. Let's say your best customer is 2 feet from you in the Walmart checkout line, and you walk up and you say, hey, I got this awesome weight loss product. You're going to love it because clearly you need it. Dang, right? We have total offend mode.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. But what we like to say, let me give you a perfect example. Hey, do you know anybody who might be interested in making some additional income from home? I need some help marketing a product in this area that is literally exploding around the United States. That question right there, if you'll ask to people, usually the response is something like this. Yeah, me. What is it? Hey, listen, now is obviously not the place because we're standing here in Walmart. What's the best way to email you? And I'll shoot you over an email real quick. Are you on Facebook? And if they say yes, pull it out, do it right on the spot, or write down their email address. That's done successfully. When you get home, you can have the ability to have a scripted, templated email. It's pretty simple. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. A lot of people say, what are you saying? And it's very simple. It's just a basic introduction. Hey, enjoyed meeting you at Walmart or wherever you met them. Here's some info. That's the stranger.
And we keep it personal.
Let me give you the opposite, okay?
Oh, he's about to throw me under the bus.
No. Here's what happens. So suddenly, if we're standing in line and this person has said, yeah, me, okay, Susie goes, oh, good, because you're going to love Plexus. It's going to, Candida. And she's going to start going on and she's going to sit down.
You can't say Candida anymore.
Say it. I know, but so all of this is happening and it's like this whirlwind is happening and everyone is uncomfortable. No, I'm kidding. But you don't want to over-inform on the spot. A lot of times people are working or they're doing things and they might be interested, but it's not, you can't try to sell it on the spot. We want to just bridge the gap. So that's what we do. We reach out and say, hey, that's one way of about 20, but most of it is in casual conversation.
Here's a really easy one that everybody seems to be able to do. Hey, have you had your pink drink today?
Boom.
Because they're going to say, what's the pink drink? 99.9% of the time. I have had some people say to me, yep. And I can tell they don't know what it is. I said, oh, you already drink the pink drink. Do you love it? And then they're like,
why are you lying to us?
Then they don't really want to tell me they lied. It's an awkward interaction, but I
really
can tell they don't know what it is.
Susie, so when they say, what's the pink drink, you go, oh, I'm so glad you asked.
Yes.
You can give them a snippet. You can just say, here's what it helps level blood sugar naturally. Hey, I can send you some information. What's the best way to get you information? Should I email you?
It should be about 30 seconds. Mine is about 30 minutes. Yeah. I agree. That's a problem.
You're comfortable. Do you have any snacks on you? Because you're about to learn about Candida.
If they say something to me like yesterday, the bank lady said, oh, I have migraines, I go, oh.
You do?
Let me tell you. It's hard for me to restrain myself.
Yeah,
so
but that is what we do with strangers.
Yes.
Yeah, that is not something that Plexus has done for you. It hasn't given you restraint, has it?
No.
No.
Hey, I had promised a video of doing what you just described, and this is how it was going down. I'm racing up to strangers with my phone like this. I'm like, hi.
Small.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'd like to share Plexus. And they're uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable. It was a total fail.
Well, they didn't want to be on
No, because they think they're like, what's that guy? I'm Tim Hansen.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name that's on NBC? Remember?
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. Not Tim Hansen.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
The undercover guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, we do have a few of those on video, but the funniest one is this guy lets us video, and we have this little interaction, and then later Chris was looking at it, and he took a picture.
I took a picture.
A picture of him.
This is the guy from Dillard's.
So my turn to make fun of Mr. Techie.
Yeah,
he took a picture
I did.
on a video.
It was terrible.
That's awesome. Okay.
Oh, love it. You guys are the best.
Well, I am.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
That's enough about us. Let's talk about what you think of us. Go!
Go! Okay, let me ask you this because I don't think covered it, or have you, what are your ranks as ambassadors now, and how long did it take you to get there?
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay, I'll take this one.
Yes.
So back in college, I wrote two. I hope your professors aren't watching.
Yeah.
But we had English together. We met in college. Let me just tell you this. God also has this is another incident of God having a sense of humor. We met in a class called Social Problems at OU. Oh, yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris did not even own books. And so
Negative.
I did. I was like this proper little schoolgirl. Yeah, I had books and I studied, and not so much. He was always busy sleeping after parties.
Somebody had to wake up at the crack of noon.
Yeah. So anyways, so for this English class, we had to write a paper, and I apparently was some kind of crazy and wrote two, one for him and one for me.
What happens?
In class. Yeah. Now I'm like, why would I do that? But in class, the professor, who I think had a little bit of a crush on Chris, he says, one of these papers that was written by a student is so phenomenal, I'm going to have you stand up.
300 people in the class.
And then he announces, Chris McColl.
Me?
Oh, yeah.
You like my paper?
So Chris stands up, and he doesn't even, did you even know? I don't even think
I had never read it. I didn't even know what it was about. And I'm like, class, I will explain how fantastic of a writer I am.
Yeah.
Tell me how great I am.
And I am
She's boiling.
So mad because I am very competitive. And so I'm sitting there, he's getting all the credit for my
Thank you.
work. So
please come to the parade.
So when we joined, I say all that because this is complete, I guess, karma, if you want to call it that. Because when we joined Plexus, of course, I was the one that was like, okay, well, I'm ordering. And I talked to Danielle, and I joined, and I made the website susiemccall.myplexusproducts.com because that's what Danielle told me to do. So in the first month or so, I mean, Chris and I, remember, we're learning about the products together. We don't know. I mean, we learned so much. I remember driving home from work like 2 weeks in, and Chris goes, you know, it's weird. Not only am I not craving sugar, I'm not really craving like carbs. Remember that? That's how little we knew. Yeah. Like we knew nothing. And so, so my name was, Oh, so I'm Diamond, okay? On paper, I'm Diamond, and Chris is Senior Ruby, which is great, and we are grateful for those ranks. Okay, seriously. Both of us are. And the income is mind-blowing.
How long did it take you?
Okay, so this is my whole point. It really was Chris and I together. If you want to call, our ranks really should be Chris and I, Diamond, Senior Ruby together, because the whole time it's been both of us learning the products and learning together.
Everybody.
But I get to be the Diamond on paper, so it's complete payback for the whole college.
I'm riding your coattails the whole way. Susie went Diamond in a year.
You've been doing that for years, Chris.
What's that?
It sounds like you've been riding her coattails for years.
Yes,
that's all I do.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. 6 months she went Emerald.
Yeah, and then a year Diamond. But we didn't sign up Chris under me until, I don't know. So like I'm his boss forever. It's
forever.
Awesome. It's so awesome.
She just ripped.
So
yeah, and hey, this is important. You know this too for those ambassadors. Don't let that suck the joy out of your deal. It's not a race. If it takes you 10 years to get to Diamond, it's worth it.
Trust me.
Yeah.
And the thing is, everybody's kind of on this different little journey, and there are places, we have ambassadors right now up in, I don't know, northeastern states. Plexus is not known at all. And so it's hard. Well, in our own backyard too, and I'll go back to that. But up there, like they are having to bring Plexus to that part. I mean, Alec Clark actually told me, I got to go on the Silver Star trip last year, and he said, I have ambassadors asking when we're going to open up certain countries, and I'm like looking at them going, why don't you go to like Iowa? Talk to some people about Plexus in Kansas. I mean, it's so new. We have barely scraped.
Even here.
Oh, even here. So Chris and I have been telling as many people as we can about Plexus for, I don't know, 17 months. Yesterday, I am at the post office right up the street from our house. I've been there I don't know how many times in the past 17 months. I have on a really cute Plexus shirt. I like to wear Plexus shirts. I got a new one from Jenny Robolino yesterday. Very cute. The two girls behind the counter both said, oh, I love your shirt. That's so cute. And where can I get one? And I go, oh, well, do you know what Plexus is? Because I think they like it because it says Plexus. And they were both like, oh, what's Plexus? So, of course, Here I am with my business card going, oh.
Glad you asked.
So I give him both a business card. He would be so proud of me because I had a big line behind me, post office. I kept it really short. Said, call me. I'll love to talk to you about it. Okay, who else? Oh, and then we were at the bank yesterday. Okay, so this is awesome.
You got to make sure can we keep talking?
Keep talking.
Okay, we're at the bank together yesterday, and the banker and this other lady, I don't know what she was, they both had never heard of Plexus.
Yeah.
So they both were getting from both of us all about Plexus. I mean, so our point is, our products help so many people with so many things, and the need for our product is so huge.
It's huge.
There's not even, like, we can't even dent the surface.
Nope.
At all.
People who use the word saturated are the biggest dream suckers there are. I mean, because you can go in our backyard, stand at the Walmart across the street where I hang out, and we joking, you'll see it. And if we talk to 100 people, 2 of them may have heard of what Plexus is.
Yeah.
That's how new this is. So when we tell people, maybe.
I mean, I don't even think probably even
so
then.
it's brand new. But anyways, let's hand it back to her.
Okay, handing it back to you.
I agree. You guys are so right. You know, I was talking to Karen Rich just before y'all, and she's up in the northeast part of the states, and it's relatively unknown up there. So it's one of those things that, you know, even here in Pensacola, which is not huge, and the fact that we have about 6 emeralds around the area, I talk to people all the time that's never heard of it.
Tell your Ardmore story.
Let me tell you one quick story. We were doing an event with Jetty and Lori Harrison in Moore, and I didn't know this story until I met them, until we started talking more extensively, but we have a small town here in Oklahoma that has under 3,000 people, something like that.
Yeah, tiny.
There's 8 diamond ambassadors in this small town. 8 diamond ambassadors in small town Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So whenever I tell people, they're like, oh, Chris and Susie, they live in Edmond. I'm sure they've signed up everybody. We're like,
no!
Are you kidding me? I mean, think about it. They're all driving around in Ardmore with their black Lexus going, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, neighbor, slap.
Sonia Dudley lives in some teeny little town.
Hey, Sonia.
Close to Nashville, and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
There's, I don't know how many, but like
hi,
8 jewels there. I mean, hi. So it's the same thing. Like that, but all of the problems that our products help are just getting worse. And so, like, when we say, like, the perfect opportunity, and Chris and I used to, okay, this is good. In the beginning, we never would say it's the opportunity of a lifetime, because that is, like, in my head, that's the cheesiest. Yeah. I mean, we would never have said that. We did not say that.
No.
Now, we're like, it is the opportunity of a lifetime.
We're like, do it.
Build a team. I mean, we are living it. It has changed not only our health, both of us, our health forever, which also means the health of our family forever, and now the health of how many friends and family and loved ones, and then our financial future is changed forever. I mean, it's not. It's really. It is the opportunity of a lifetime.
And truthfully, you know, it's never been about the money for us.
No.
It's not what motivates us.
No.
Everybody should own an airplane. What? Sorry. Okay. Back to you.
Back to reality now. Oh my gosh. So I met you guys for the first time when y'all busted up into an opportunity of a lifetime here in Pensacola.
Oh,
that's right.
Oh.
And we didn't really meet. You just kind of, like, you know, came up in after it was all over with, because y'all were in town or close by for a ball tournament, right?
That's right. Yeah. Son was playing baseball. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
So, you know, I was jealous because here I was putting all this stuff on Facebook, and y'all find the Plexus fan and post your picture, jumping up in front of him, like, who are these people? Where are they from? Didn't know who y'all were. That was just a little less than a year ago.
That's crazy.
And look at y'all now.
I know. So here's what's really crazy. When we were there for that opportunity, we weren't there for that. We didn't even know it was there. When we saw that van in the parking lot, literally we were like, oh.
Yeah.
You know, so excited.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, another sign from God. But
Jesus. Huh? No.
But what's really funny is we look back. We were Emerald, had the Lexus. We still at that point did not know what we had with Plexus. We just didn't. I mean, we were loving it, all about it, but we didn't understand the scope of what we had at that point.
And I will tell you this too: the coolest part of doing this is watching our team and literally just looking at people grabbing that recognize the opportunity, and they're just advancing through the company.
Yeah.
Like we have got
It's
the
so fun.
coolest. Part of this thing that we never anticipated was the relationships that we would get. We have like these lifelong friends that, because listen, our team, like Plexus rocks as a whole.
Oh yeah.
But our team is the coolest.
I don't know.
but
Now,
really,
I'm going to argue with that one.
Hey, we have some of the coolest people and like some of the coolest stories, and like the life changes, and like being able to participate with that with people that we interact with daily is so fun.
So I'm glad that you said that.
Thank you, Susie.
Because one of the things that so we were going to kind of like, our whole goal here was to kind of address the skeptical people, because Chris was Mr. Skeptical.
Total skeptical.
And we were both skeptical about direct sales or multi-level. Never would we have done it, okay? Like, it just wasn't.
Not interested in your scheme.
No, I don't want to have parties. Parties really, like, you have to clean your house and act like you're
don't
together.
have enough time.
So, and we've never had one home party. I would like to put that out there. But the reason that, where was I going with this?
Skeptics.
Oh, skeptics.
Nobody knows.
Yeah. Making me laugh. Where was I going with this? Skeptics and.
Skeptics, the whole reason. You said you were glad you brought that
up. I was
up.
going to say this, and now I forgot. I really have forgotten what I was going to say.
The world we live in.
No, I really had a really good point.
If we are getting you off time.
No, shit, we have 5 more minutes.
Oh, hey, check this out. A lot of people ask us, they'll say, what's the difference between Plexus and blank?
Name a company.
Name a company.
Yeah.
We all know them.
Yeah.
I want you to understand that the only reason they're asking that question is because we're both direct sales companies. The reality is our products are like nothing the other products have or that the other companies have.
No.
Our products are so distinctively different that, and there is something that when they ask you the question you can answer with, because we don't talk negatively about any other company. I'm sure their stuff is great, but here's what makes ours different. You can measure that the products are working. And what I mean by that is, if let's say you went and had your blood work done and you got on a scale and you measured on your waist and you said, I'm going to put these Plexus products to the test for 90 days. 90 days. You check back, you remeasure those same things, the blood pressure, the cholesterol levels,
blood sugar,
the energy, the blood sugar. And if those things have improved enough to where you feel like, oh, and it may not just be weight loss,
right.
But that's what makes us different. So when people ask you that question, what makes y'all different? Our products have measurable results. You can see they're working. It's not just one of these things where you go, well, I didn't get cancer today, so I hope it worked. Our products are have measurable results. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Thank you.
And also,
tell me again, it was good.
Okay, I remember what I was going to say about direct sales.
Oh.
Like, we didn't know that direct sales, it's really about relationships is what it's really about. We had no idea.
Loving and caring people.
Yeah, and so it's so cool because going back to the whole work thing, I mean, we're working, talking to people that we're creating these relationships with, and we're helping them get healthier, and they're having these life-changing, gaining confidence, gaining, we have moms that have been able to quit their full-time jobs and stay home with their kids. So we're a part of that. I mean, it's mind-blowing. And now Chris and I are like, oh, we just didn't understand direct sales.
Yeah, we had no clue.
Now we understand why, like, Harvard is teaching that it's, one of the
This is
future.
a practice that will be of the future.
Yeah,
based on
now we
direct
get
sales.
it.
Yeah.
We had an outdated idea of what direct sales was. Very outdated.
Hey, I know that as we're wrapping up, I know that there's a lot of work and time and effort and energy that went into doing this summit.
Yes.
And I just want to personally thank us for putting this on. Did we not do this? Was this not our idea?
We want to personally thank you. Good job.
You're doing a wonderful job,
Yeah.
and we're really appreciative for you putting this on.
Yes, we are. It's awesome. Very awesome.
Well, thank you guys. You have been the light of the day so far.
Yes, we win!
I said so far. Wait, do that dance again. Do it again.
Yeah.
What? This guy? What?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me ask you this. Are you
Okay.
coming back to the Gulf Coast this year for ball?
We are. We are. And we've already told somebody down there that we are going to try to do something, but here's the problem. Oh, I do have the schedule. So we're not very good planners.
We're coming down there in March. And, hey, we're doing an event in Atlanta and in Nashville, too.
On Monday, we're going to be in either Atlanta or Nashville.
Sonia,
oh, wait, I said Monday.
What
dates are those? March,
17th.
17th?
Yeah, is that Monday?
March 17th is Atlanta.
Okay, St. Patrick's Day, yeah. Okay,
Yep.
those
Unless
2 days.
you just hate puppies, you'll be there.
And we'll be with Helen McFadden and Sonia. Yeah, so excited.
And then we're coming to Pensacola.
Then we're
just
coming
hang
to
out in your wood.
Pensacola,
Yeah.
and we'll be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for baseball. So we're going to try to do something around our baseball schedule.
Yes.
We
Okay.
don't know what. Yeah.
Okay. Well, awesome. I am trying to put together a Jules panel thing, so we were wondering if y'all were going to be in town or not for anything, because we were going to try to incorporate y'all into that.
Okay.
So I'll get with you later.
Plexus, folks.
Yeah, and then you can write off the trip for the tournament too.
That's right.
Exactly.
Gotta love the business perks, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you again for joining us today, taking your time out of your busy Saturday. I know y'all are busy.
Hey, we were super happy to do it. See you, suckers.
Oh, gracious. Gotta love those guys.